Right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another game of Trinities. Today is going to be a special session. We have guest star Max, who is um, picking up his old character, Oliver Hill, from our previous campaign, Rewriters of History. Give me 1 second to make it visible to everyone. So yeah, uh, um, the this was back in the days when I had enough time and artistic energy to make drawings for all of the characters of the campaign. So yeah, um, we in order for convenience's sake, we're going to cut to where we were with Melchior in the middle of the Arizona desert to probably just a couple of days later when you make your way to Hawaii, and at the airport you are greeted by Oliver Hill. Oliver, what is your character kind of like wearing, and how, or like what does it say um, uh, uh, on the like piece of cardboard that you're holding for the group to recognize you?
It's going to say Trinities on the card, and
Okay.
as you approach, uh, or if you approach, Oliver is wearing a suit and a tie. He looks very uptight, I guess you could say.
Cool. All right. You see a rather large party. Um, you were only told of like 5 Trinities coming over, and the details were rather scarce, but Melchior mentioned that those are the some of the 72 Trinities of Virgo, some of the only people whose lives were recorded in the Great Book throughout uh, um, history. And in fact, you recognize your make a perception check for me, please. Perception, not performance.
Yep. Nope.
18, excellent. You recognize this person wearing basically a nurse's uniform. Um, uh, um, from the first verse that you ever rewrote, when you went back in time, and one of you was Nicholas Flamel. This person has similar facial traits, although he is now of a different skin color and complexion. Um, this is Malachi, but he still has like recognizable traits, and so you know you're like in the presence of the reincarnation of Nicholas Flamel.
All right.
The rest of the team, just letting you know, you're here in order to like formally meet this occult faction and potentially see how y'all can help each other out, because they seem to be a one of the rare non-hostile factions that you've encountered so far on your travels. Um, yeah. Uh, um, Kalki, Malachi. uh, um, and yeah, sorry. Yeah, Kalki, Malachi, and Rose. What is your general like attitude when you're arriving at the airport? Are you wary of an ambush? Are you excited to meet those people?
Mm, I think Malachi has always uh, his experiences have made him a little bit more cautious.
Right. Um,
Um, I have forgotten where we were last session and how we landed up here. Uh, like I remember just the part where you asked us that would you like to meet Max, and
mhm.
I don't remember how we landed up here on this
Ru-
beach or
So like right now the beach is kind of just a typical Hawaiian backdrop, but basically uh, you asked Melchior who had built his mechanical bodies. This is actually one of the mechanical bodies that you saw in Arizona, and he said that he had friends called the rewriters of history who had made his main body basically, and you started inquiring, asking questions about them, and Melchior, um, while you were having this conversation, let you know that they'd sent an email to the rewriters, and the rewriters were willing to, uh,
I
um,
remember. Yeah.
yeah.
Another quick question. Max, were you holding a board when we arrived or something? Did I
Just like
mishear?
an arrival sign.
Oh, and you had the board saying Trinities.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna give very cold shoulder. I'm gonna follow the party, but yeah, I'm not looking nicely at you.
Okay. You're staying to the side. You don't want to be seen going towards someone who has a sign that says Trinities.
Yeah, and basically, I'm very wary of Max.
Mm-hmm.
Like any second, I'm like surveilling him constantly. Any quick action, and I'm ready to fight.
Gotcha. Max, this is the blue-skinned Indian man who's part of the party, who's just waiting to decide with this large fighter-looking dude, and they're just being like cautious. They're not coming towards you. One thing that is probably very important to mention that I forgot is at the end of the last campaign, your mentor had kind of tried to reveal to the world the existence uh, um, of like the supernatural factions when half of the party was like kidnapped in order to like uh, uh, use those world changing news as like a distraction to basically get the party back. Those news ended up getting mostly suppressed, and so the world is still unaware of the existence of the supernatural world, although it was a pretty close call. All right. Malachi, you see a sort of gleam of recognition in Oliver's eyes when he looks in your general direction. What do you do?
I just want to know, like, it's just Oliver right now? Is it how
Yeah,
many people?
it's
Okay,
just Oliver right now.
okay.
Although, make a perception check.
Reception. I'm good at that. 13. At least it's not 20 though.
Yeah, no, it's just Oliver.
Yeah. Okay, it's just Oliver. I approach him and say, "Hello, the name's Malachi. It's nice to meet you. I'm guessing from your reaction to us and your reception, you're not going to attempt to kill us."
I wasn't planning on it. Name's Hill. Oliver Hill.
All right,
Good
Mr.
to
Hill.
meet you. I knew one of your. I suppose knew is a strong word, but I met one of your ancestors. Or reincarnations, however you want to call it.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. That's so. I'm guessing you knew Nicholas. Oh, knew? Wait, I'm not really sure. Wait, what? How did you know my? How did you know Nicholas Flamel?
That is not a conversation for an airport.
That's fair. That's fair.
Says the man who carries a board with Trinities written on it.
Well, to be also fair, you're a blue-skinned man, so at this point, the idea of camouflage.
Yeah, blue does not equal Trinities, but a board with Trinities written on it means Trinities.
Well, the point is we've already attracted enough attention. At this point, it's a mute point if we're attracting more attention.
Fine, but I'm still pissed off.
That's completely fair, I guess. Actually, it's not fair. But it is what it is. So where are we going? Man with the board that says Trinities. Oliver Hill.
Follow me. Oliver will turn around and next garbage can, just chuck the board in the garbage can.
Okay.
And head out to. I assume there's a car out here to take everyone up to the observatory.
Yeah, for sure. Cool. So you head up towards the observatory. You see so as you're heading up this gigantic mountain, you're able to see there's a gathering of about 30-40 natives with signs in front of the observatory who are protesting to basically have this sacred land be returned to the natives. And you drive past and you have this so ignore the starship that's right here. Everything else that you can see is there, and yeah, you see this like really advanced domes that are able to like observe the stars. All right. You head inside, and as Oliver, Oliver has like a large ring of keys, and he's going to take you first through what looks like a regular observatory, but as you take stairs down and you head deeper into the structure, it starts to have more advanced equipment and more supernatural looking equipment. All of you can roll Arcana if you want to have a guess at what those things do. Okay. Kalki, you notice a large circle of metal that's hanging up in the room, and you realize it might have the same function as Rose's crown of the Hierophant.
Okay. I pointed out to Rose, but I want to see if there's a user or a machine or some cable that is running through it. Like,
Sorry, what? You wanna what?
Um,
A machine?
I wanna figure out that circle. Is it like machine in nature? If so, then where are the cables running? Or is it like a magical artifact like Rose has just hanging out there?
It's actually a mixture of both of those things. It's a sort of like complex network of arcane things that are connected to the telescope in the central room above your heads. You're also going to see this old man who is currently deep, like who's the only other person that you see in this part of the structure. He's wearing safety goggles, and you see that he's working on what appears to be a chemistry kit, and he's mixing together some substances, and there's a puff of pink smoke that comes out of it as he chuckles to himself. He does not seem to have noticed your presence yet.
Okay. Uh, I'd say hi to him, I guess. Walk over.
Oh, hello. Uh, um, you must be the interns.
Excuse me.
The interns?
You must be the mad scientist.
Yes, that is me. I'm Stefan Lisowski. He extends his hand to shake yours.
I take it,
All
shake
right.
it back, and I say, I'm not an intern. I'm Kalki.
Oh, from the 5 Hollywood arsonists who set fire to Villa Circe a couple of months ago. Yes.
Yeah, that was not 5 people. That was just me.
Oh. Uh. Well then. It's always impressive to be able to do large scale operations like these by oneself. Welcome to the Gemini Observatory. This is one of 2 observatories on either side of the globe that are able to contemplate every part of the sky. From here, we're able to send our minds back in history, into the great book, and rewrite some of the events of the past, or at least just the records of the past. Melchior told us a little bit about your group, and I am utterly fascinated that there's so many Trinities that are born at the exact that are born at the same time in this era. You're born kind of everywhere, all over the millennia, and rarely get to meet one another. But having 5 in here is fantastic. Oh, you probably have a lot of insight on your past lives, and which could help our work greatly. Do you have any objects from that you've collected from your previous existences?
I do, but
I also have a couple.
Ooh, excellent, excellent. We can. Those are the key that we use here to access the great book. That is fantastic. Just so that we're clear, our goal is to make is to change the events, the records of the Great Book, to destroy the dark spells and the dark deeds of the past. Instead, replace them with good, morally positive deeds to make humanity look into a better light. It is taking us a tremendous amount of time because there's lots of past lives to rewrite and less objects concerning those people that we can track, the farther back in time we go. But we are making some headway.
Hopefully, with any objects you brought, we could make some more headway. It's been a little while since we've been able to rewrite anything.
Oh, there was that group that came a few weeks ago with Ea Nasir's coin that we were able to send back to ancient Babylon. Fascinating stuff. Two of them almost died in their their spirits were up there, but our new prototypes kept them alive by. You don't need to know that many details. They're all fine.
Stefan, maybe in the future, don't mention that to the new people.
Yes, I know. Don't scare away the interns. You see that he turns back to his chemistry set, and he takes the bowl that he'd been working on, and he says, "Would anyone like to try my new soup?"
I want to ask: is Nalva has recovered his intelligence or not?
Yes, it's been another couple of days, so we can say he's back to his 9 intelligence.
All right. Yeah, I think Oliver should try the soup. Oliver, you want to try the soup?
Oh yeah, no, Oliver will try the soup.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw, please. It's not the worst soup that he's ever made, but this is it is actually edible. It's still pretty terrible. You're not quite certain why Stefan keeps insisting on making soup with his alchemical equipment instead of in the kitchen like everyone else.
Yeah, it's still the same soup we've talked about, Stefan. It's just it's better than normal though. So good job.
I added a little bit of rose water. Do you sense a difference there?
It's more the lack of alchemical reagents that I sense, not the rose water. Did you clean your set recently?
Yes, I did. I didn't want last week's fiasco to happen over again. All right. Well, listen. How about we show you how it works so that you understand a little bit better what it is that we do here. If you'd like to follow me downstairs, and he's gonna take you even, if you follow him, even deeper to this like huge chamber with a strange power source that is humming inside of it, and you see that there's there's multiple mechanical sarcophagi that are open and empty, and Stefan is going to say, this is where we all of the magic happens. Haha. We place volunteers. It used to be ourselves. We did that a lot back in the day, but the team has gone on to some other tasks. So we place the volunteers in those large sarcophagi tubes that keep them alive if they're human, while their spirits are elsewhere, and keep them alive if they're trinities as well. But you know, that's less necessary. And then we just put whatever object we have from a past life over there in the generator, and we send people to back into the records of history as they were written by the Archons and the Divas. The volunteers all enter a body of someone from the past. The person who is central to the work, whoever knows the most spells that have to do with a historical figure, will simply be able to inhabit the body of that historical figure, and their actions are what matter most. You have to try while you're in there to act as virtuously as possible in order to ensure that the bad deeds are rewritten properly, and then afterwards the item that you used to unlock the Great Book is enchanted, and the spell is no longer available to other spellcasters throughout the world, and is instead only only possible to cast by whoever holds the item. You said you had some from your past lives, yes?
I think Rose and Malachi do.
Malachi does not.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
think Malachi does.
Would you?
I anyway have a quick questions. Um, are we, if we use the machine, will we literally change the past, like proper time travel, or will we just change the record or entry in the Great Book?
Just the
Why is
entry.
that everyone's first question all the time?
Well, it's
Never,
understandable.
is it safe? It's never. What time periods can we go to? It's always, are we going to change history?
You
It
call
is.
yourselves the rewriters of history, to be fair.
Yes. But it is the. It is. It does not change things here on Earth, but it changes the records that are kept for the gods. So, it only changes what happens in the Great Book, but it does change how the gods will perceive us in the final judgment.
So to make us look good, we have to cheat.
Well, cheating
cheating,
is cheating is it's a loaded word. We the deck was not stacked in humanity's favor with all that happened. Notably, most humans don't have their deeds recorded in the Great Book, and only I don't mean to be insulting, but only the 72 humans who got possessed by their archons first, the most, what some would call the most easily corrupted souls, had their deeds recorded for most of history. So that's why the night sky looks dark more than a true reflection of the real nature of humanity. And we're trying to,
Even the playing field. fields.
Even the playing field. That's right. Exactly, Oliver.
So what you're saying is that instead of bringing the truth out in front of everybody, how humans were duped and this deck was not fair to humans, we should cover it up. We should cover up the mistake that happened. I mean, if I look at the world, it's the cover-ups that's got the world screwed up.
See, I
I
normally
think
agree with you,
transparency should be the goal.
but the gods are assholes and won't see it that way. So,
So let's just fight them.
we've been trying that too.
Yes, we successfully stopped a mad human from becoming a god 12 years ago. So we've been working on that as well.
How was he going to become a god?
They
I don't think that's knowledge that needs to be out in the world, Stefan.
Then how can we trust you if you're not willing to share information with us?
they were collecting pieces of the 12 gods and brewing it into an alchemical potion that would make whoever drank it a god as well.
Where are those pieces stored now?
Back where they belong. Melchior was one of them, and he's back in the body that Oliver made for him.
So he was going to put Melchior in a potion?
He successfully put Melchior in a potion.
Interesting. And do you know how how the potion can be made?
That is some complex alchemy, and the Table of Ruby tried to keep it a secret, and Oliver here has been working really hard to erase all traces of that alchemical process and that organization for the past 12 years, so that we don't have another incident like this.
Oliver, why? I think
bluntly,
becoming the god is the best way to go forward rather than mucking up the mistakes, rather than hiding things. I say that we should become gods.
There was only enough ingredients in a potion for one person, according to
Sounds good
Orpheus.
to me. That's fine by me.
you seem a nice enough individual. You do not want to become part of this. It would be bad for
Maybe
your
I
health.
maybe I don't, but I think I'm destined to. I literally think it's my destiny. I exposition dump my prophecy on you, Oliver. Like, so my character background is that there's a prophecy that where I am a god, basically. It may not be true, but like Kalki certainly believes that. So he's seeing a
Yes.
way right now to become a god, and he's not gonna let that go.
As long as you don't use the potion, you can become whatever god you want. What you do with that power and how we interact after that, that'll be up to you, but it won't be through the potion.
Why not? I think the potion is the way to go.
Well,
It seals the
well,
deal.
the most of the we've destroyed all instances of the recipes of that potion that we found. So it's not us that you have to ask if you want to find that potion. We've been trying to avoid this this outcome, and we don't have it.
Yeah. So any leads that you have or something like that, I would definitely like it. I mean, if you
Tell
need,
him he's not entirely sure that he's not going to destroy the world.
Hmm.
no, I am sure that I'm not going to destroy the world, Rose. What are you talking about?
Nalwa is going to say, but what do you mean? Of course you're going to destroy the world.
I liked him when he had no intelligence. All right. So, anyways, you guys can go ahead with your Rose, the artifact.
I'm not sure if these ones will even be helpful to you. I just have one from Life as Nikola Tesla and one from My Life as Galahad. But I think both of those were good. So.
Oh, Uh,
But
even when a diva was in control of at some point, there's always good and bad deeds for the first 33 years of the humans of the Trinity's life before they are overtaken either by an Archon and a Diva. So there's always spells of light and spells of darkness mixed together into the one person's story, and so we rewrite all past lives, including the ones where people were archons or divas, because all of them have dark spells that need rewriting. May I see the Nikola Tesla object that you have, please?
I'll hold it out. I'm not gonna hand it to him just yet.
Okay. Yeah. You see that he puts like complex glasses to like observe it, and he's yes, fascinating. Hold on one second. I'm going to check if Mr. Tesla's life is in the part of the night sky that we'll have tonight, and if we do, Oliver, would you like to take our friends on a tour for our for how we do things?
I suppose I can.
All right. He moves over to this computer panel, and I'm gonna see. Yes, they're right up there. Were any of you Nikola Tesla in the past?
Yes, I was.
Oh, fantastic! It's awesome to meet a genius. I'm very happy. Maybe we can talk a little bit about a lot of this place was based off of some of the designs of Nikola Tesla, and he was doing a lot of research on the night sky and the Great Book. So we found that research and made this place.
When we went back to Flamel, you were from Flamel, weren't you, Stefan?
No, that was give me 1 second. It was Theo's character.
Right.
Yeah. Philip. Yeah.
Yep. Ah, right. Yes, Philip.
True. All right. Melchior is going to send you back a text saying, "I'm one of the ingredients. Please stop looking for that potion."
Yeah, I mean, I want to make a persuasion check that I know you're the ingredient, and
Okay,
I want to
okay.
keep you safe, but somebody else may come for you, so just make a scan. Can I roll?
Yeah, go ahead.
God damn it.
You rolled a natural 1. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah.
Philip
Alright.
Katsaros. Yeah. Right. So, Rose, could you make an Arcana check for me real quick? So this is basic, like what they're describing at its core is what you would be like. They're doing with technology what what your Archon and your Diva were trying to get you to do with just the crown of the Hierophant. That's why your Archon and your diva were trying to get you to collect those well, your diva mostly trying to get you to collect those objects, was that so that you could go back into the Great Book and rewrite things. It's just that they're doing it with like a huge setup instead of basing it off of just the crown of the Hierophant. All right. Well, I'm starving. Should we go grab some food while we wait for the night to fall?
Sure.
I don't know. Are you cooking in the cafeteria today? Or are you gonna let one of the chefs do it?
We can get one of the chefs to do it. I can put off my experiments. Time is better spent talking with Nikola Tesla.
One.
Then yes, food sounds excellent in that case.
Oh, he as you're heading back upstairs, Stefan turns to you, Malachi, and Malachi is not here right now. Stefan is having a very is super interested in everything that has to do with history, and so is going to ask Rose questions about what she remembers from her past life, any sort of what it felt like to be to remember having been in different bodies, and starts to ask very specific questions about Tesla's research that you might not be able to remember. So the group heads back upstairs, and we can kind of cut to 30 minutes later, when all of you have a little bit of stewed vegetables in front of you.
In those 30 minutes, I want to research about this mad scientist fold that was trying to create the potion.
Cool. Make an investigation check. You find that Stefan Lisowski was a biology professor at the University of Cambridge, and that he died 12 years ago.
This Stephen, who's right in front of us right now.
Yes.
He died 12 years ago.
Yes.
Okay, I pulled up the phone next on his face, like you're dead.
Oh yes, yes. This is just a clone. Body that was made from my cells. I died, and I died while we were rewriting the story of Julius Caesar, and so my memory palace appeared in the middle of the battlefield. It was, crazy days. But yes, we our faction, the Neo Hermes, we have means of making a clone body, and if you have a memory palace and you're up there in the sky, and you have a student that drank some of your blood, then you can connect your memory palace to them, and they can transfer your mind back into a body. That stops being available to people once they reach 99 years of age, because no Trinities can live past 99 years after the day of their birth. But I still have 32 years ahead of me. Yeah, still 32 years ahead of me.
So, do you have other clones?
Oh, I don't think I'll be.
Storage?
I don't think I'll be needing any, but I think Oliver could grow a new clone if something happened to this body.
We are trying our very best for that not to happen, though. That is why you are living in this lab. Or observatory, sorry.
Yeah. Both are fine. I can also do this, and you see that he goes inanimate. His head falls into the soup, and after just a couple of seconds, Oliver, he enters your memory palace, and he's going to cast the spell that allows him to basically take over your body for a second, and so all of you see Oliver Hale grow a full white beard in seconds, looking like Stefan, and you see that Stefan pulls the hair, the head of his clone out from the soup, and puts him back against the seat of the chair, and says, impressive, right? And then he disappears, and Oliver, and it's Oliver's face again that's standing in front of you.
Oliver is just glaring at Stefan right now.
But I don't have any other students here to make a demonstration.
Can you teach me to do that?
Don't teach him to. Oh God, that's awful.
Well, it's only possible to do if you and the other person have developed a memory palace, and if and you need to have drank each other's blood in a specific ritual. Usually the Hermes, the original faction that we came from, they only allowed the masters to give their blood to the students, so that the students couldn't access the memory palaces of their masters, but that the masters could keep on accessing the minds of their students, and the students of those students, and so on and so forth. That's how Orpheus was able to control the whole organization. But we do it. We don't really have masters and students as a structure. So Oliver is able to access my memory palace just as easily as I am able to access his memory palace. But you need to have strong memory skills to be able to make that up. You seem to me more like a fighter type.
I look at Rose as soon as he said strong memory type.
I have no desire to do that. That was terrific.
I know, it's impressive, right?
I'm not going to sleep very well.
Well,
You won't be alone, Rose. You won't be alone.
Tonight we'll have Tesla's stars in the sky, so you might not want to be asleep for this, especially if you're going up there.
So soon.
Hmm? Sorry, what?
Just very soon.
Oh, yes. You have to understand, recruiting volunteers who are magically capable to help us out with this sort of thing is does not happen very often. And you arriving here with one of the objects that we need to access the Great Book, it's very fortuitous. It's a rare occasion. That's why I might seem a little bit over enthusiastic, but but it seems like fate to me.
Do I need to or anything?
Do you? Oh, yes. Whatever central moral conflict was at the center of your story is probably going to be repeated in a more flamboyant way in the Great Book. So if you can identify what that moral dilemma was, then you will know what the choices you have to make ahead of time going in there. I imagine it might have something to do with the trials with Edison and providing alternative current energy, but based on what your Archon and your Diva thought was moral, then it could be something totally different, a different time of your past life. So the best way to prepare is to do your best to remember.
And then be ready for a surprise when it turns out that's not what's happening.
Yes, it never quite is what we're expecting when we go in there. Do you remember when we were doing Julius Caesar and a team of Hermes from the other Gemini Observatory infiltrated Vercingetorix's verse and they tried to kill us? Ah.
I remember. You died, I nearly died.
Yes,
Philip
yes.
might have nearly died.
But we survived in the end.
Well,
You survived in
most
the
of
end.
us. Thankfully, you don't have to worry about that too much anymore.
Well, yes.
It's much safer to do now than when we started.
You'll because if you're just if you're a Trinity, you're fine when this process is activated. Regular humans have their hearts stop, and so they and their brainwaves become deactive, and so the coffins that you saw down there are to keep the humans alive through the process while their life force and mind are away. And also we have state-of-the-art alchemical technology that keeps track of your vital signs, and if you get near to dying and you're a human, then we can inject you with some alchemical concoctions that will save you.
I like the use of the word coffin there, Stefan. Good selection.
So is everyone still...
Cryogenic chamber, maybe?
Yeah, better than coffin.
Is everyone still excited to do this?
I don't have to go alone, right?
Oh no, your friends will be able to inhabit other bodies that were present in Tesla's lifetime.
All right.
I mean, I would prefer if I had a god potion, but it's okay.
Not getting a god potion.
Concerning your equipment, the only things that you will be able to take with you are whatever object you might be able to bring in your inner universe. those objects are very rare, so usually our team goes in with nothing, and we find the equipment that we need while we're there. But
So the armor that I'm wearing, it will not go.
it will not go. No.
Once you get there, it's pretty much beg, borrow, or steal.
My
What about a spell
AC is 10.
Rose, what were you saying?
What about a spell book?
The spell books also don't come with you. Yeah, it's so just so that everyone knows, because y'all have access to soul blades, and you can make soul blades disappear into your inner universe. Those you can make them appear when you're in the Great Book. Same for the Staff of the Pilgrim, the Crown of the Hierophant, and the Cape of the Quester. So all path objects and your soul blades can come with you.
All right.
Declare.
Sorry, what?
Just to clarify, though, I probably wouldn't be able to.
Sorry, you must have cut there. You said you probably wouldn't be able to what?
Cast magic.
Ask magic?
Cast magic.
Oh, absolutely. You would be able to cast magic normally. Most because most past lives are involved with the occult, you will usually have a spellcasting focus or something like this on your person when you arrive in the past.
I wanna research quickly if there's a Michael what are those places called? I forgot. Sanctuaries, right? If I can create a sanctuary nearby here.
Oh yes. Let's see. Make an investigation roll.
For
No, there isn't a single place that you find around here that would make
can I
that you.
ask Rose to look for it? So my idea here is that I'm gonna stash everything up on a different planet, go
Yeah.
back in time, and then teleport to that planet and access everything because I'm assuming those places are magical, like free of them.
Uh-huh. All right. That's an excellent plan. Yeah, Rose, you can go ahead and make an investigation check. That's gonna be those investigation checks are gonna take like some of the time that you have before the evening falls. 16. All right. So let me. I need to research Hawaii real quick. Yes, there is a Saint Michael the Archangel Church in Kailua Kona in Hawaii.
Awesome. So, Rose, if you want to give me something, I can take your stuff as well and go there. Oliver, yours as well if you're coming. and Malachi, Alessandro, and Jenny.
Alessandro is going to give you his sniper rifle in the hopes that his sniper rifle will be where you're headed.
Right. So I'm gonna spend 1 hour, knock off 1 HP, go to Mars and store everything.
Okay.
Okay. And I also want to ask Mikhail very quickly if this place is exclusive of time. Uh, like I'm gonna go back in time, will I still be able to access that?
Well, you just created the bond between Mars and this place just now, so I don't think it would exist in the past.
Okay, so let me rephrase it. Not exactly in the past, but is it accessible from the Great Book?
Ooh, you're going back. You're using Rose's Crown of the Hierophant. Interesting. I I think that unfortunately, the verses of the Great Book are pocket dimensions, isolated from each other and limited in size to whatever story is being told there. You
So
if the story is happening in the city of Paris, for example, the Great Book will act like there isn't really anything beyond the city of Paris.
yes, but if there's a temple in Paris that I can convert into a sanctuary, then I should be able to access this place, right?
If the
Because
if the temple was already formed, then yes, back when the place was created. But
okay, so how do you define a temple? Can I create a temple myself? Like, can I keep
oh
some
no, I'm
stones and
sorry.
start worshipping it?
If there was if you had already made a sanctuary back in that time period, then yes, you could make one. Unfortunately, we need earthly attachments in order to when you look for to make a sanctuary for me, you need to find a place that resonates with my legend. So you use Saint Michael's Church pretty often. Those are material attachments to Earth. The Great Book is fully immaterial, and so there's nothing for me to latch onto to resonate between my outpost and the place in the Great Book. So you will not be able to connect with me there.
But I can summon my soul blade over there. If I can
Yes,
do that, then this should also be possible.
you can the soul blade is attached to your soul, and so and so you can bring it with you anywhere, but but that does not mean that I have a physical building that I can attune my outpost to and create a sanctuary.
All right. So I take everything back and spend the time that I have gaining my HP back, removing the sanctuary.
Okay, so you undo the sanctuary. Got it. All right. Cool. I'm gonna call for a short break. And I think when Malachi returns, we will get started with the rewriting.
So scared of it.
It would not have been good for anyone if Orpheus had succeeded.
But that's Orpheus. Does not mean that, the object is bad. Like, we use guns and swords. It's just a tool. And the wielder matters, not the tool.
True, but there are very few useful or good gods.
Yeah, because they were born into power. They were born gods, right? So they're bound to be assholes. But if you become a god with the right, correct intentions, then it's a different ballgame.
What happens 1,000 years from now? Will you still have those same good intentions? Out 2,000 or 3,000? What happens when you get bored and decide that the easiest way to not be bored would be to kill everyone?
So I would suggest that you also become a god.
I have absolutely no interest in becoming a god. I don't think I would
Someone
make a good
else,
one.
to check the single person's power, somebody else should also, you know, like
What happens when they get bored and start agreeing?
third, like make it accessible to everyone. Let's all ascend.
Unfortunately, this potion will not allow everyone to ascend. There's simply not enough reagents for it.
Yeah, but if I become a god, or if somebody else becomes a god, and then using their divine power makes a potion for the mortals. See, once you become a god, the possibilities are endless, right? So as mortals, we can create only one, but as a god, we can create as many.
No one
Oliver,
knows.
if you want to make, actually, both of you could make an Arcana check for this real quick.
If I'm annoying you, Oliver, I'm sorry. Like, you can just ask me to stop. I'm just
No,
taking
like
character.
you're basically coming at him with the same arguments as the bad guy from his campaign.
Yep.
So,
Well, I don't know about that. So it's unfortunate for me, I guess.
no, that like they told you they were trying to stop him. But yeah, both of you can make an Arcana check.
I guess that really was his argument. If I become a god, I can fix everything.
Yeah, but why is that a bad argument? That's my question. It sounds like a
He
good argument. Like,
he did some nasty things in order to get to get all of
but
the
I haven't done any nasty things. I'm a good person.
um
You might be better than him. I'm not sure anyone is good enough to be a benevolent god, though.
yeah.
But somebody has to, right? That's the thing.
Nope. We're working very hard to get rid of that aspect of this universe.
No, see, the thing is, you cannot overthrow something and into anarchy, right? You can overthrow the existing institution and then evolve into something else, right? So we can overthrow the existing gods and then transition into a no power state or whatever. But
There is
directly
no overthrowing. There is simply eliminating.
is the same thing. It's just semantics. So if we eliminate the gods as they exist right now, it'll not be a good outcome.
Certainly better than what it is now, where they want to kill everyone.
No, it won't be. That's what I'm saying. Somebody will, again, we don't understand where the gods come from, how they're born. We don't understand anything about them yet. So just saying that if we remove the ones that we know of does not mean that the entire institution will go away. It can still come up tomorrow.
Well, then I guess I'll just go back to work.
So your mind is made up that no potion.
No potion.
All right, fine.
Also, I just want to point out, Kalki, you're on the path of the sword. The path of the sword is the only path that's mystical path that's been shown to you that with the aim of killing like one of the gods. You should like Oliver's arguments are actually pretty close to some of the arguments behind like trying to go in the labyrinth to kill Samael.
No, I am going to kill the gods, but I wanted to kill the gods as a god myself. That was
Yeah.
my intention here.
Stefan is going to say, well, if there is a possibility to do this without losing ourselves to absolute power, because absolute power corrupts absolutely, then we should do this. It should be possible to create a structure that isn't a hierarchy beforehand, that allows us to organize and have a stable, sustainable life based on off of that structure, and then to overthrow the hierarchy simply by being more present and more helpful to and more legitimate to the rest of the people. What you were suggesting, Kalki, about using the body parts of the new gods to try to make the potion again, we have a theory that there's a limited amount of divine energy in the world, and that the reason the gods haven't made thousands of worlds is because they couldn't, that they have a limited energy pool that they share between each other, and that the more it is divided, the less powerful all of the gods become. So ideally, if we could redistribute that power to everyone equally, then no one would be a god, but everyone would be slightly more mystical and slightly more powerful. But
I like that, Stefan. I think you should definitely research on that.
well, technically, that is at the essence of our order. Where we are the Neo Hermes, the Hermes Trismegists try to hoard supernatural knowledge. We try to do our best to liberate it. It's very hard because it's the same stores of knowledge, and they will kill anyone who starts to reveal their secrets. But our goal is to make it accessible for people, is to make our alchemical knowledge available to everyone, so that everyone can become a Trinity. And we're working hard on that as well. It's just not what our section does. Our section, we specialize in rewriting history, but we're making some headway to making this potion more accessible. Right now, it takes years and years to bring your Archon and your Diva back to life, and then tie them to your essence. But we're trying to simplify it and to make it so that it affects everyone.
All right.
One of my friends poured out the entire alchemical concoction in the water supply of a town in the middle of the American desert, and there was a lot of chaos that we had to take care of after that.
I have something very interesting to show you. So I show him the connection between me, Leon Hands, and Nalva.
Okay.
I demonstrated to him for 1 HP.
And could you describe what that looks like, so that Oliver has a visual of what it is that you're describing?
I don't know what it looks like. So basically, when I heal someone, I never thought about how it's gonna look like. So I guess when I heal someone, it's a touch thing. My eyes will glow. So when that happens, Nalwa's eyes instead start rolling around in his head, and he like you can see that he's visibly distraught, and then he takes damage. Like he gets a mini fit, depending on the amount of HP.
So you see that like Kalki cuts his finger, and then when he heals, the finger cut appears on Nalwa. If you want, Oliver, you can make an Arcana check or a Religion check.
No religion. Oliver doesn't know much about religion.
Okay, so Arcana 14. This
The Arcana was for an earlier check. It's
Oh.
for religion.
Okay. So yeah. Can you make an Arcana check then? Cool. So this reminds you a little bit of the type of life energy transfer that you saw the beheader using. He was part of the organization known as the Living. Do you remember it? It was with the undead puppy and the famous detective Elliot Ness.
Yep, I remember that. That was creepy.
Yeah. I think it was. I can't for the life of me remember the name of American cities. The Cleveland Cleveland beheader. That's the one. So yeah, it looks like a little bit of necromantic, life-draining magic.
Oliver just kind of shivers and just says, "Bad memories."
You said memories. Do you know how to heal this? I brought it up because I don't want this connection.
I'm okay with that connection.
That's Stefan saying.
No, that's Kalki. Sorry, that's Nalwa.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's a sacrificial attitude. You don't need to be. If you're okay with it, awesome. But there's a better way. So you don't need to be suffering here.
Yeah, what we saw was not better.
What do you mean? I don't want to hurt my friend whenever I heal someone.
Yet this wasn't better. This was worse. This was someone bringing people back from the dead, and it was just horrifying. I would not try to search them out for answers. You won't get anywhere.
Oh no, I don't want to search them out. I'm just asking you guys if you dealt with them or something, or you look like scientists, really smart people. So, can you help me sever this connection between me and my friend?
That would be a question for Stefan. I'm more of the technology aspect of science.
Stefan looks up and says, "Oh no, that's the magic of the living. I am not going anywhere near that stuff. Good luck." And he goes back to looking through not a telescope. What are those called? That zoom in. Microscope. That's the one. Yeah.
As I said, bad memories.
Nalwa is gonna come over to you, Kelke, and says, "Hey, can I talk to you in private?"
Sure.
Okay. So you head into a different room, and Nalwa is gonna say, "Listen, can we stop? Can you stop just trying to look for a solution to something that isn't really a problem? I know, like, thanks to this connection, I know that if we get separated, I'll be able to find you again because I'll have dreams of you. You had dreams of me. That's how you were able to find me. It's a two-way connection, and okay. I do you remember the when I told you that I worked for the cult's sponsor, Ias?
Yes.
He he told me that he was going to create a connection between you and I, or strengthen a connection that was already there. He said because we were born on the same day, that I was connected to you, and that he could strengthen this. So we did a ritual, and that's where you got your healing powers from. I knew what I was getting into. I didn't know the details, but I wanted to be able to help you fulfill your prophecy.
You actively did this
Yes.
without informing me?
I was already going on secret missions all around the world, and I was not gonna see you for a really long time. This was how I could make sure you were safe while I was
That does not justify it, Nalva. I'm not your property. I'm not the cult's property. If you're doing something to me, I need to be involved in the decision making.
all right. Well, I'm telling you now. Uh, um, I didn't know all of the details of what this would do. I didn't know that I might be able to heal people by taking some of your life force too. But I wanted to reinforce my side of the connection.
Nalva, if you want to help me, and I'm sure that you do want to help me, then you help me by removing the restrictions or the liabilities that I have around me, not by creating more of them.
You think I'm a
Because
liability?
no, but this connection is a liability. Are you like you and this connection? These are two completely different things. Your value is not dependent on this connection. You are valuable to me regardless. And because you're valuable to me, I want to sever this connection. If I lose my healing powers, so be it. I lose them. But I cannot accidentally kill you.
All right.
Do you realize the conundrum in front of me where I have to save somebody and as a result end up killing you? I don't want to be in that situation. I would rather not have these powers.
Hmm. Make a persuasion check.
Well,
Uh, Nalwa says, I'm. All right. I'm gonna go find a sponsor, and I'm gonna cut the connection. I don't want my actions to be a liability to your destiny.
I would rather that you stay by my side and you try and get in touch with the sponsor remotely Um, I do not trust the sponsor right now. I don't have a lot of memories with him. He hasn't contacted me recently. Yet he's doing things to me. That's not a sign of a person with good intentions. I may be wrong, but I want you like I don't want anything to happen to you. What if you go there and declare your intentions and he does something harmful to you? It's better you stay by my side, contact him remotely, and we search on how to sever this on our own if he doesn't help us.
Make another persuasion check. Difficulty 16. Okay.
I feel.
Nawa is gonna say, uh, I understand. You're very busy. You have so many things to do. I think I can do this on my own. And I need to think for a little bit.
Can I also buy time with another role so that he doesn't leave immediately or something like that? Basically, I want another opportunity to talk to him again.
No, that was what the last check was for. He's gonna leave you his phone number, but he's gonna tell you he's gonna head for England, and he's gonna find a way to undo this.
All right, make me a promise that you have to message me every day, and I will message you every day as well that you're fine and I'm fine.
How are you? You're the same age as me. Why are you acting like my mom? And he's going to leave.
All right.
So yeah, we're gonna end the session here for today. We'll pick it back up next Friday with more plays. Max, thank you so much for coming over. I'm sorry that I made you create a level 15 character that you didn't get to use. But yeah, it's been really nice, like getting to interact with Oliver again. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Right.